What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another podcast on the channel. It's been a little bit. It's been about 2 weeks or so since we did the last podcast. So, I'm excited to be back in the studio filming and doing this for you guys. And I got extra special guest here with me, my boy Xander Gaines. Love Xander, so you're going to get to hear him and I just, talk about life here at OU and summer plans and just talk and reminisce about all the memories we made. Xander's one of my best buddies here at OU and, just excited to talk. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another podcast. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button down below if you haven't already. But we're going to dive right into this podcast. Appreciate every single one of you who take the time out of your day to listen to us talk about random stuff. So, Xander, how you feeling about being on the podcast right now?
I'm pretty good. Woke up today, was pretty excited to, be actually a part of it instead of just watching it.
Yes, sir.
Been curious to, just be a part of it. It's fun.
Yeah, you've been like my biggest supporter. You watch all my podcasts, bro. Yes, appreciate it. But the people back home probably don't know that you pretty much inspired me to do the podcast. You and Dez were like, we were just like, we should do a podcast, and here we are. Now we're finally, me and you are finally getting to do one together, which is good.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. What was it, after church or?
Yeah, after
something, and we were just at lunch, and I think Dez had a project.
Yes.
On a podcast. We were like, dude, what if we created a podcast?
Yes. And me and you were like all in. Me and you were like all in. Because me and you, we just talk about anything anyway all the time and stuff. No. And the reason I love doing this, and you were saying the same thing, it's just fun to do it for one, but fun to look back on it and just see, it'll be cool when we're seniors and we look back at, this podcast that we did at the end of our freshman year and be like, just dang.
I know. Yeah. I think that's exactly how it'll feel. It'll be weird because I don't know. Because you don't know what you're going to be thinking senior year. Right. I'm sitting here right now, but 3 years down the road.
Right.
I mean, we literally just saw people taking pictures graduating, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And you were like, dang, that's going to be us in 3 years. Which is so surreal that, dude, how do you feel right now that first year of college, donezo? How does that make you feel? Because I know I'm feeling pretty weird right now.
Dude, it's crazy because, high school went by fast. I think everybody would agree on that.
Yeah, high school definitely went by fast.
Freshman year of college went faster than all 4 years of high school, it felt like for me.
Oh, my gosh. I literally agree.
It feels like I just moved in, a couple weeks ago or something. It still feels like I'm figuring it out. But I don't know. Is that, the same for you?
Oh, dude, same for me, man. So first semester went fast, fall semester, but it went fast, but that was kind of getting in the groove, getting in the rhythm, trying to make friends and just trying to figure out the whole college thing out, made it go by fast. But this semester, literally, I feel like I blinked and it was over.
I know.
Spring semester went by so fast, and I don't know what it was. I mean, maybe it was just I'm in the groove of things now.
It's probably that.
Yeah, and us having our buddies, it was just so much fun, I think.
There was pretty much something to do every single night of the second semester.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all of us were, the boys from crew have been hanging out constantly, and we've gotten to that point where we're almost doing something every night, at least Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah. Dude.
Friday.
And once Wednesday hits, I feel like we're together literally every night, or it's something every day until Monday rolls around.
No, it's every week pretty much. I know there's some weeks here and there, spring break, go home, whatever, but it just went by so fast.
Yeah, man. We literally have so much to talk about because we could talk about that, just how we all got to meet and how it's just been so much fun. We just do the most random stuff, and you were talking, you guys do those movie nights and stuff, which those sound like so much fun.
I don't know, it usually ends up, what was that, Friday night, where we end up doing something. Somehow we end up at Walmart or getting food, and then all of a sudden we're watching a movie and Cody and Peyton Storm.
Yes. Honestly, let's just kind of run with that. I mean, we have just so many memories and stuff that we could talk about with like the crew guys. If the people that are watching this, the crew guys, so me and Xander, I've kind of mentioned in previous podcasts, but we're both involved with Campus Crusade here at OU, which is just a Christian organization. And, we started a small group with just pretty much a lot of freshmen and a few upperclassmen and stuff too. But we're a small group, we get together, we mess around a good amount of the time. And then for like the last half hour, we're getting in the Bible, getting in the Word. And, it's just been really amazing to make all those connections with the guys. And, if there's something me and you kind of talked about when we were driving back to OU, just something special about like the genuine relationships that you have when you're like in a Christian community. Like those type of friendships are really special, and they don't feel like your normal like friendship. Like, you agree with that?
No, I definitely agree. So like reminiscing some more, I mean, you were there, but we went on a fall retreat in Scioto Hills. You were in our group. They assigned us to the groups where we lived cohort. And we had different parts of cabins we would live in. And Carson just kept coming and hanging out with us. It was so funny.
Yes.
And I don't know, we really bonded that week because
that week was so fun.
It just started off by someone saying something crazy or something. All of a sudden, now we're best friends.
That was where it like all started. It really did.
Because that next community group or Bible study we had after that was, I don't know, it was electric.
So that was kind of weird for me because I wasn't technically in your guys' community group yet. And so like the cohorts were like who you were in community group with. Yeah. And I was kind of in between a few different groups with like H2O Church, and I was doing some stuff with Joe Godinez's community group and stuff. So I was still trying to like, find my place. And then I knew at Fall Retreat, like I wasn't in your group, but I was with you guys. And we weren't even supposed to like be hanging out because of like COVID. Like we were supposed to be, keeping our distance a little bit and stuff.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And I was just like with you guys, like at all times, just running around. And that was so much fun at Fall Retreat. It was like a great weekend spiritually and stuff, but just so much fun, like playing basketball.
Played a lot of basketball.
Lots of basketball. I feel like that's where like the basketball like really
the rivalry started.
The rivalry started. Dez is grinding at Fall Retreat. Dude, that was I think if we talk about, just favorite memory of college, honestly, Fall Retreat might be my favorite memory from this year.
Yeah, that would be up there for me. It might be first. I don't know. There's so many great memories, but
yeah. What are your other favorite like crew moments like with the boys? Like what are your favorite?
Oh boy, dude.
There's so many. We need to try not to like, self-incriminate ourselves, because I got a story. We could definitely talk about something, but we probably shouldn't talk about.
We've done a lot of stupid stuff.
Dude, I'm telling you, that was so much fun.
But, dude, I don't know.
Obviously, we're not doing anything like bad, but we're just like, we're just being dudes.
Yeah,
we're just being college. We're just college guys, being guys and having fun. But
I don't know, dude. Like even, playing disc golf was pretty fun. I picked that up, which is cool. Just hang around the guys.
Bunch of them play disc golf. Yeah.
What else? Like the bonfires have been fun. We had one on Saturday. I mean, I know everybody wasn't there, but that was a great time. It was, I don't know, it was just nice to relax before finals, hang out with some people. I don't know. It's literally not specific moments all the time, but it's rather just hanging out, and it's always got that certain vibe.
Yeah.
Like just uplifting, positive. Yeah. Kind of toss your stress away for a bit.
That's totally. I have to agree with that, because like I was trying to think of some of like my favorite memories like with the guys, before the podcast. That way we could tell stories and stuff like that. And, there are some specific memories where I'm like, dang, that was so much fun. But more so, it's just like it's not like specific things. It's just like every time we're together, it could be just random things like community group or just getting a meal together and stuff. Yeah. Every time we're together, it's just like very positive and uplifting. And I know like Wednesday night. Like Wednesday, like middle of the week, like school, it's kind of hitting you, know?
Yeah.
It's kind of hitting you. And I'm like, you start to get a little stressed. Dude, going to community group was such a de-stressor for me.
Oh, no, for sure.
Just like hanging with the guys and just like gooning.
Yeah, it's been. I think it's also been better that the weather's been nice too for us because
get to do more stuff.
yeah, we've been kind of going crazy. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, well, volleyball. We played sand volleyball at one night after 180, and
fun.
we were running around one night. You know what I mean. And then we've just been doing a lot of stuff. I guess if I had to pick like one of my favorite things with crew is I love Saturday morning basketball.
I do. I really do. Like, that's what gets me up on Saturday morning.
Same.
It's like I'll wake up at, I don't know, 9 something, and I will be pretty much almost running because I'll be late.
Yes, dude. I literally do run because I'm always late.
I joined you the last time and we were early.
Yes. Oh
crazy.
my gosh. Yeah. So the first time this past Saturday, me and Xander and Dylan were actually early to basketball, which was the last basketball, and not one time before that was I ever early. Because I'm always just waking up and I'm like, dang, it's like start at 10. I'm like getting out of bed at like 9:50, like 9:45. Or like run in, brush my teeth, grab my basketball bag, and I'm sprinting to ping like every day. And like by the time I get there, I'm already warm, which is kind of nice.
See, I did that with you, and my legs were fried by the time I got there.
That was so funny because like you texted me like to walk, and I was like, yeah, man, like I'm gonna jog. Like you can join me if you want. And then you saw me, you and Dylan were walking, and then I was jogging. You were like, and then I was like, come on, and you guys just started jogging too. That was funny, man. And that was a great basketball to go. Me and you, we didn't lose.
No, we did not lose. Went 4-0.
Yeah, Dez, like if you're listening to the podcast, man, I'm sorry, man. I had to do you like that, hitting that step back 3 in the corner, for calling game on you. Calling game. That was a perfect weekend to go out on basketball. So sure. Basketball is so much fun. Ultimate Frisbee, when we played, was so much fun.
Yeah, I didn't show up.
Yeah, you started. It was kind of tough there once with winter and then trying to get back in the groove once springtime came around. It was hard to get all the guys back out there. But when we did play in the summer and like the last time that we played, it's been so much fun.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. It gets competitive too.
Yeah. The greatest thing about all the sports that we play with one another is that we're all like fairly good. But we're not like too good where it's like crazy, but like we're all good, so it's like really competitive and fun to play.
Yeah. What else do we? Yeah. I mean, basketball and Ultimate Frisbee get really competitive, I would say.
Yeah, we played racquetball there for a little bit.
Yeah, I never played racquetball with you guys, but I heard that was pretty fun too.
Yeah, we were getting into racquetball. I mean, we do. And disc golf, they disc golf. I never got into the disc golf just because I can't throw a Frisbee and I can't throw a disc golf. All I do is just, run and catch for the most part is my strong suit. But, yeah, man, just so much fun stuff. But we can leave that. We can talk all about that on another podcast. But
sure.
I kind of wanted to let the people know kind of like what you do here at college. Obviously, well, one thing I was kind of wanted to talk about too was how did we even meet? Like I can't even remember the first time. Well, actually, I do remember the first time.
Wasn't it? It wasn't crew. Was it spike ball?
It was spike ball. So we both went to like a spike ball thing, like with the spike ball club, and we played against each other. But we didn't even really like talk then. We just kind of like played each other and said good game, and then like after that. But I think like we really got to meet each other was probably through.
Yeah, probably through crew.
Yeah, probably through small group. Yeah.
Well, like everybody just seemed like we had the involvement fair or whatever. And everybody was just trying to get involved in everything. So I'm like signing up for stuff.
Yeah, I signed up for so many different things.
Like, I'm not going to have this much time. I mean, at the time I didn't know it because when they get you in the involvement fair, you have like no work yet.
Right.
And you're just kind of vibing.
And you're looking to get involved in like everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people learn that you can't be involved in everything, but
you really get involved in like invested in like one or two things. I feel like.
Yeah. I'm really only involved in 2 things.
Crew and your sports.
Yeah. SBA, Sports Business.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. So tell the people your business, your degree, and like what college is like for you, I guess.
So I'm a sport management student. OU's got a fantastic program for that.
Isn't it like best in the nation, like top 5 or something?
Yeah,
like it's pretty good,
it
right?
competes for like top in the world.
Wow.
It actually got originated here. That's like a fun fact. But
wow.
Yeah, it's so much different from everyone else because I know you're an engineer. Got a bunch of friends who are engineers,
Yeah.
education majors, whatever it might be. I don't know, it's so much different because they're over here like I don't know, super stressed about what chem, physics, whatever it might be. But like for me, it's not so much like the classwork. It's more so LinkedIn is a big thing. Connecting with people, trying
Yeah,
to
just
build your
getting your
relationships with
connections, yeah.
people. That's really important. What else? Just yeah, it's really building relationships with people. I mean, yeah, you want to get good grades, scholarships and stuff, but at the end of the day, at least for my major, I've been told that your grades don't really matter at the end. So,
It's really all about the connections you make.
yeah, that's really it. You just getting
Yeah.
involved is a big thing. I've got a couple of friends who are really involved, and I mean, it's showing.
Yeah.
Like it really is showing their connections they're building, like professional and minor,
Yeah.
like professional sports, minor league connections, whatever it might be.
That's crazy that like you guys are already like making connections with like sport teams and stuff like
I know.
professional sport teams,
Yeah, it's
which
crazy.
is so cool. It's so different than like engineering. I mean, I'm really focused on my classes, not really focused on making connections, but obviously connections in any major are good, but
Yeah.
they're like a core thing for you and like what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. But you've already made like an amazing connection and you have an internship with the Guardians this summer.
Yeah, I mean, it's more like a job. It's not
Right.
really, it's
Not
a job,
as much of a
but,
connection, I guess, but
yeah. Well, I had an internship lined up in Michigan for a collegiate baseball team in Battle Creek, but I don't know, it was far away, and I've kind of already been away for like 8 months. And
want
I
to be
would-
back towards home.
Yeah, and I had to I didn't have to pay for housing, but I had to pay for utilities, so that could be costly.
Electric and stuff or
Yeah,
whatever.
water,
yeah.
I think, and stuff. But yeah, and then I I was on LinkedIn and I saw that the Guardians posted like this link to jobs, and I clicked on it. And I'm just like scrolling through. I just casually applied for two, just like
Yeah, why
again,
not?
didn't really get a response. I applied for a couple, didn't really get a response, and then out of the blue, I just got an email from this intern. She's like, "Hey, do you have time? Are you still interested?" And I was like, "Yeah." Then we set up a like 10-minute phone interview. It was really quick. I don't know, she was super nice. And then I got to do a second round of interview with Steve Walters, who's also super nice. He's kind of my boss.
Yeah.
He kind of helps coordinate stuff.
He's with the Guardians.
Yeah, he's with the Guardians. And then I don't know. We were actually like playing disc golf, and I got a call. Like she's like, "Call me,"
Yeah.
or she was gonna call me, and I got the job, which was pretty cool, and I'm excited for the summer. I start next Tuesday.
Yeah. That's going to be amazing like experience for you too. Like just already in with top tier like professional like sport like this is the Guardians, man. Like that's like so cool to me. That's like so surreal that you're gonna be like working for them. And I don't know, hopefully, and I don't know if this is like what your like vision is, but I don't know, maybe you would be able to get a job there coming out of
That's-
college.
Yeah, that's the goal, is to work this job this year, see how much farther I can get into the organization and like higher up in it.
Maybe do another internship
Like
with
a-
them next year.
Yeah, some kind of more in-depth internship, more
Right.
like fan engagement kind of stuff, because that's what I want to do. More like interactions with fans coming into the stadium, which
Yeah.
is kind of what I'm doing. But
Do it more heavily, I guess.
yeah, and then hopefully get some kind of internship with them junior year. Or we got minor league baseball around us, like Akron Rubber Ducks, which
Right.
is pretty
Right.
cool. Just anything through their organization, because at the end of the day, that's like my dream job, is to work for them.
That's crazy. You're a huge baseball guy.
Yeah.
Huge baseball guy.
I realized I was a huge baseball guy until I got to college, and I'm just talking about baseball more than like anybody here pretty
Right,
much. And I was
right.
like, oh, okay.
Because a lot of people aren't big baseball guys.
No.
Because you'll meet some big football guys. You'll meet a few guys here and there that are big in the NBA, but not too many that are like MLB all the way. Like,
Yeah.
you know MLB. you know, I've just been blown away like by like talking with you about sports, because I thought I knew a lot about sports coming into college, and I know a good amount about the Browns and stuff, but you know more than me about the Browns, and more than me about the Indians, and more than me about the Cavs. And it's just crazy, man. You know it all, which is awesome, because you're a sports management major.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's great to have that knowledge and that background. So Dude, I feel like you're in the perfect spot. Like, I feel like this is the perfect job for you, perfect degree.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy in a couple of years. We'll see where I'm at, but I don't know. Like, if you want to get really, I've talked to you about this off camera, but talk to you about like going next door with the kids that I hang out with and talk about sports. Like,
Yes.
they're beyond me sometimes when they're talking. It's just crazy, dude.
I bet like the people that probably come to OU for the sports management program, since it's so good, are probably like big time. Like,
yeah.
they're not just coming in sports management because they like sports in high school. Like, no, they're coming in because they love sports, and like that's like their life.
Yeah, it seems what I've learned from talking to other kids and just having everyday conversations. It's from other sport management students. We're talking about sports every single day in pretty much almost every single conversation, which is crazy.
Dang, man. And you're in the sports like association too.
Sports Business Association. It's
cool. Separate from your classes.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right, it's like a club.
Yeah. You just have guest speakers come in sometimes. Do networking trips, which is pretty cool. I actually joined this semester because freshman year, I didn't realize what I was doing, so I kind of figured out this semester that I got to get more involved.
Right.
There's like guest speakers come in. You take networking trips, go take tours of stadiums, go to games.
Because you've been to like games.
Well, I didn't go through them to like stuff, but what they've gone through is they've gone to Indiana, Pittsburgh, the Rising Stars game in Cleveland because All-Star Week was there.
Right.
Just a bunch of different stuff, which is cool. Jeff Bowles came in, guy from the Rams. Big organizations are coming in.
So who have been your favorite like guest speakers that have spoke? Jeff Bowles.
Jeff Bowles probably is my favorite. He's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
He's really tall.
He's tall, man.
Yeah. He was a really cool dude.
I guess the people probably don't even know who Jeff Bowles is. If you want to elaborate for him,
he's our head coach of our team, which is glad to see that he's staying here because I heard like rumors up in the air that he's going to Butler or something.
Right.
So.
Yeah, he's the head coach of the basketball team here, and he's solid, man. He's the reason why our basketball program is so good right now. I mean, it's not like we're like top tier or nothing yet, but like we're definitely. Basketball is easily our best sport here at OU right now.
No, for sure. He's whatever great. He gets dealt with, he does a great job of managing that, I think.
So he was a good speaker?
Yes. He
seems like a great guy.
Yeah, he is a great guy. He has kind of like just a crazy story about from where he started to now, like how much money he makes.
Yeah. Didn't you say he made started?
It was like $6,000 was his first job or something.
Oh.
And, obviously now he makes a lot of money.
Right.
But talk about it. It took him 26 years, I believe.
Right.
To get to the point that he's at, which is crazy.
What a grind.
I know, for real. It's crazy.
That's cool. That's cool. So he was probably awesome to listen to. You had said a Rams guy came in?
Yeah, a guy from the Rams. He was pretty cool. I don't remember exactly. I think he was in sales. I don't remember exactly what he did. I think more like corporate sponsorships and or partnerships. Don't really remember, but he was a cool dude to talk to. We had a guy from like the Penguins. I'm not a big hockey guy.
Yeah. Still cool.
Yeah, it's cool to just have anybody like at a professional level come in.
Right, come in and talk to you guys. Yeah, that's awesome, man. It seems like that business that sports association is just really, really cool and perfect for helping you make those like connections and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, man, that's so cool because like I love sports and I don't know when you hear like something like sports like association, I guess at least for me like coming into college, like I thought there was a stigma like that there weren't like that many jobs out there. Like what can you do with that?
Yeah.
Like besides like be a coach, but there's literally like so much you can do, I guess.
Yeah, well, sports administration is what you're talking about.
Okay.
Is a whole different thing than
and that's like GM or like coach.
Well, sports administration is like your high school athletic directors, I think coaches, that kind of stuff.
Right, but your sports management, which is more on like the business, obviously the business side of the sports and the professional teams.
Yeah, it's just like sales, partnerships, at different levels, obviously, things like that. Like I don't know, maybe partnership sounds pretty cool. I'm not sales. I don't really want to do a bunch of cold calling.
Yeah.
I mean that's not always true for sales.
Of sales, right.
Yeah, but
right.
I don't know. I want to interact with people coming to the stadium and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's going to be perfect for you. So you're living in Medina. So obviously how far of a drive? You're going to be working there every weekday and sometimes on weekends?
Yeah, I only take off Sundays, but obviously that changes. They're on away streaks or
Right.
whatever. But yeah, it's like 35 minutes there and back.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a drive for
A little
you.
bit, yeah.
But probably going to be worth it considering this type of opportunity that you have and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'll be fun, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I make some money. I got to pay off some of my college
Right.
tuition, but
Right. It's going to be kind of tough with gas prices.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm
All
gonna get
that.
there, get back, and I'm not gonna have any money because it all goes towards gas. I mean, it's more about the experience.
Yeah,
anyways.
right. I mean, it's all about the experience at this point, which
Yeah.
is that's gonna be awesome. So, besides internship, like, what type of plans do you have for like this summer? And just like, I don't know, what are some goals you have for this summer for yourself, and just things you might want to do? Maybe vacations you're taking. I don't know, anything like that.
Well, getting more involved in church, because I'm at home, which is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Not just going to church Sundays. I
Yeah,
mean, I
your
used to-
church sounds awesome.
Yeah, I love my church. Like Thursdays, I used to go to youth group. Now I'm kind of too old for that. I mean, they always welcome me
Yeah.
back to come, but it's like kind of weird because it's a bunch of 8th graders now.
Right.
Uh,
Is there like a college youth group?
Yeah, it's called The Collective, which is cool. It's actually, they had one last night, but I think it's twice a month. That one's cool too. It's better in the summer when like everybody's home.
Right, everybody's back home.
But yeah, I think I'll do Vacation Bible School again, which is cool.
Yeah.
Helping out. There's a summer camp. I'm hoping to go on as a leader. Still like unsure if that's
Yeah.
gonna happen or not. But yeah, I just love being there. There was a point, where I'd be there like 3 days a week or whatever, and it's not close. It's like a 40-minute drive.
Oh, dang. I didn't know it was that far.
Yeah.
Are you driving there and back every day, or are you
Not every-
staying at somebody's house, or like?
for church? Or
Yeah, like I didn't know if like you had a friend.
no,
that you
no,
would,
no.
like,
I'm
stay-
just driving there. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even mind it though, because like I'm so motivated to go there, and it's
Right.
just fun to hang out with everybody.
Right. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know you like your church too, right?
Yeah. No, I do. I do love my church. It's been kind of, like you said, kind of weird, like moving into that college. Like I'm
Yeah.
like an adult now, so it's not like I can just go to like youth group and stuff. So it's been kind of tough, like not having that like, I don't know, that like youth group like vibe and that like community.
It's kind of our community group Wednesday nights. I see
Right.
it as.
That's like kind of like your community group back home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of something that I'm searching for still back at home. Like it's been amazing to find here like that solid like Christian community of like guys like friends like my age. Like that's been like awesome for me. So I guess like I really would hope to find something like that back home for this summer. One thing I think I may have mentioned to you too is like maybe like trying to start a Bible study with like my own friends this summer and something.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like would maybe be a goal for me because I don't know, don't really have that like Christian community like of like guys my age, back home. So looking to kind of try to start that up, and maybe that would be a cool journey to do this summer, trying to start a Bible study up with my buddies. So if any of my buddies are watching this and want to do a Bible study with me, it'll be good. I don't want it to be like, not all my friends are like super, big Christians though.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like I kind of like get a little scared, get a little nervous like inviting them and stuff. But I know I got to take that courage, take that step of faith. And I think if they give it a chance, like it would be an amazing opportunity for like them and for all of us to grow in the faith and also just grow closer in friendships with each other. Like I feel like
Yeah, for sure.
being in those community groups is just an amazing way to just like grow as friends.
Oh no, yeah, it definitely has. Like just showing that here.
Right. Here is a perfect example.
We've all
of
gotten
that.
closer. I mean, it's definitely harder at home, at least for me. I've got a couple of friends, like guy friends that are my age.
Yeah.
But it is definitely more of a challenge because I mean, I go away to the school, and then some of them they go to different schools or they stay there.
Right. It's hard to stay in
whatever-
touch with those guys. It is.
Whatever people that are your friends with your age, I know they go to different colleges and stuff, and then it's kind of weird because like now I'm not as close to high school friends, and now I'm closer to college friends, which is weird.
Right,
But
I
we're
know.
all moving away from each other again. For
That's kind of
3
how I
months.
am. I mean, I know I got Jake and Caleb, which are like two of my best friends and will always be like my best friends and stuff. Like such a special like friendship that we have for one another. But I mean, and obviously I have a bunch of great friends back home too and stuff. But I mean, I don't talk to them, those type of friends, as much as I talk to you guys on a daily basis now. It's like just kind of crazy that like those friendships, I mean, they're still important to me and they're still there for sure, but they're kind of moving away, and like you guys are kind of moving more and becoming a bigger part of my life, obviously, because
yeah.
you know, we're in that community group together and we're spending so much time together, and you know, yeah, it's just kind of, it's crazy. It's crazy how like the friends that you've had all of high school, like, yeah, they're still your friends, but like they're not, that some of those friendships are kind of moving away and like new friendships are coming in, which is cool. And it's a cool part of college, but it's just like, you know, crazy, I guess.
No, yeah, it's definitely weird.
It's weird.
I can't even describe it to you because going into college, you kind of think that you're going to be friends with everybody from high school. Kind of
Yeah.
seems like.
You feel like you're like, oh, you're always like reminiscing with your friends. You're like, oh, we're gonna be friends for life, man. Like, yeah,
No, yeah, but it's not really like that. Not in a bad way. Just they're growing differently than you, and they have different relationships with people at other schools, which is cool to see.
right. And it's tough when you're away,
Yeah, I mean, when you're not seeing each other on campus,
right? You're not hanging out and
you're
stuff.
not hanging out. You're just gonna lose that. There's not. I mean, it's not even like a sad thing. It's
It's
just
just part of life.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it's just part of life, man. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like everything to me feels so surreal like right now, because in 3 years we're gonna be graduating college and we're gonna be like, you know, this is real life.
yeah,
Like we're getting big boy jobs and stuff, and like, you know, it's just crazy. It's crazy to think about that. It's exciting though.
it is exciting,
It's
but
exciting.
I'm trying to enjoy college while it
Right.
lasts. Because if this year went this fast, then
Right.
I got to do some more stuff next, like coming 3 years, because I feel like not like I don't have regrets, but I feel like I can live more.
Do better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just live more in the moment and stop worrying so much about school, because
For sure.
there's stuff that obviously like I've missed out on or whatever. But just realizing in college that I guess my advice would be to take every opportunity you get, because
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, oh, it sucked or whatever, but now you know. But you have that memory.
Right, right. You have that experience, you know. Sometimes you coming in, especially your freshman year, like you'll have an opportunity before you, but you won't take it because you're like, well, I don't know, I'm not don't feel too comfortable right now, and you know, I'll have that opportunity later on in college.
Yeah.
But like, and you kind of like throw it to the side. But I would say just like take those opportunities, get involved in those clubs, and like do things that like get you out your comfort zone right now. Like don't wait to do it, because
Yeah.
like the sooner you start doing that stuff, the sooner you start to get those experiences and grow and figure out what you want to do with your life. Figure out like
Yeah.
you just all those opportunities that are outside of your comfort zone are so good for you, whether you like them or not.
Yeah, honestly, another thing is if you're more introverted or whatever and you get here, you just got to throw that out the window. You just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's not even trying to be like, it's just like more constructive criticism, because trust me, you will be way better off if the earlier you get started, the better off you'll be. Just I don't know.
The
know.
more involved you get, the better. The
Yes.
more involved you get, the better.
Yeah.
And the more connections and relationships you make, the better. I mean, more I think about it, man, life is just about like relationships, like, and just
Yeah.
making connections and like loving on other people. And like, that's just so good. Like, just the connections that I've made in life are just like, you know, what make me, you know, like fulfill me and make me the happiest, man.
Yeah, it's just like the little things too. Like just walking by one of your best friends or on campus
Yes.
and just doing something goofy or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
just yelling at each
Yeah,
other.
it's
Dude,
just
I
fun.
just like the number of times like I'm chilling in my room and you and Dylan are like walking through West Green at like midnight, and I open up my window, I'm like, Xander! I just
Yeah.
like, even those little moments just make me laugh, and
I know,
it's just
even,
like so cool.
Even Sadler did that the other day. He like opened his window. I'm like on my phone, like totally
Yes.
not paying attention. And he's like, "You blowing from Stupid Town or something?" I'm like, okay, Sadler.
Sadler's always got some sly comment to make. That's so funny, man. But yeah, I've just had a lot of people, like I've talked to a few different seniors that are graduating, and every senior that I talk to, I'm like, how do you feel right now? Because I know how I feel as a freshman. Like, this is going back home for the summer. I'm just like, dang, this feels weird. Like, I can't believe it's over. And all the seniors are like, dude, college flies by so fast. enjoy, and every single one of them say, don't take it for granted, enjoy every second. And, you know, it's kind of convicting for me because I do kind of get in that like slew, like school gets tough, you know?
Yeah.
And you get stressed and like, you know, you kind of complain about it. You're just like down on it. You're like, dang, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But it's convicting to hear them all say like, dude, just enjoy every moment, even the grind.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
That's something I need to work on.
yeah, no.
I think everybody needs to work on that.
I think I mean, me included, because I've literally have sat there and I'm doing homework or whatever, and I'm like, dude, can this day just be over? Like,
Right.
Get me to the weekend where I can go do fun stuff with friends. But
Right.
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, or at the end of the school couple of years, you know, now from now, I'm gonna be like, man, I should have like done more in those moments, you know, and
Right.
more, appreciated them more. But I don't know. It's kind of one of those things you learn.
With time and
Yeah.
experience, yeah. That's one thing I've been trying to do just in life lately is just try to, you know, not live for the weekend for one. Like a lot of people like live for the weekend, just like get through the week, then
Yeah.
like live for the weekend. I'm just trying to, you know, take it day by day and just enjoy the little things, like you were
Yeah.
saying. Like just enjoy every day, trying to make the most of it. Even if it's just like, you know, I got to sleep in a little bit today, like taking that with like a grain of salt and being like, dang, that was nice. You know, just
Yeah,
like
for
just
sure.
little things, trying to be more grateful, trying to be more thankful for just little things. And I noticed like me taking that conscious effort to do so, to like try to enjoy more and try to be more like thankful. It's given me like that much more joy, you know? And just makes life like that much more enjoyable. So obviously I'm not perfect at that by any means, but like making a conscious effort of doing that, it makes such a big difference.
No, yeah, it definitely does. Taking it day by day just makes life so much easier. And then when those events that you're excited for come up during the weekend or the week, it's just cool to like go right into those and you're having fun, you know?
Right, right.
It's yeah, definitely just don't live. I don't know. I don't think you should just live for the weekend because
Right.
there's so much good stuff that happens during the week too. Just on a daily basis that I don't know. Sometimes we take
Yeah.
for granted, but
I will say, I mean, it does suck sometimes.
It
Like,
does.
It does suck. And like, I get that. And I feel that. Like, it gets hard sometimes. School gets hard. And, you know, you're not going to be able to take every day and be like, dang, today was a really good day. But, like, you know, just bouncing back. Just trying your best to bounce back and, like, you know, even appreciate. It's going to be hard to appreciate the grind, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, all I can say is just, you know, keep battling. Life does suck sometimes, and like school does like get tough, but you know, it's all good. Like in the end, man.
yeah,
all good.
it's gonna end. That's just all you
It's
got.
gotta it's gotta end at some point,
Yep.
you know. And it's not that like when things are tough, it's not like okay, like I'm just gonna act like everything's fine, but it's, you know, maybe finding like one little thing here and there. It's like, you know, this was nice. Like it's like those little moments,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
But yeah, there's just we could keep talking
I
about
know
that, but
there's so much to talk about.
there's so
dude.
much to talk about there. One thing I was kind of going to ask you, and I feel like we could both kind of elaborate on this, and we've touched on this like a little bit in some of my previous podcasts, but like, what is it like for you being a Christian on a college campus? And like, I don't know, maybe I know every college is like tough to be a Christian on in some ways, but like I feel like OU in particular can be a little more difficult than other campuses, considering, you know, the nightlife and the party life and like avoiding that. And you know, what's that like for you, I guess?
Well, I mean, you guys kind of touched on this a couple of podcasts ago, I think. But
Yeah, we talked about
yeah,
the party life a
it's,
little bit with Jake and Caleb.
Yeah, I think Jake may have said it. That you can do what you want, pretty much.
Right, you make that choice.
You make that choice. I mean, you're on your own. Like you make that choice. You find what you want to do. I mean that's really it. All it is to it. It's nothing bigger than that, in my opinion. Just because you're making your own decisions now. So if you want to go find that, you're gonna go find that.
Right, that party life, right.
But also, I think it's again how we talked about relationships. Just making good friends. Making sure like those friends like they actually are like genuine people and care about your relationship with them rather than just, oh hey, you know,
Right.
like that kind of
Like a
thing.
lot of relationships are just like a passing by, or like, I don't know, some people just have friends that they go out to the bars with, or friends they just go out, but I don't feel like those relationships are as like genuine, you know.
No, yeah, it's just I mean it depends, I think.
Yeah, it depends.
I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of a hard topic to talk about just because
Sure.
I don't really know that kind of experience.
Right. Right. I guess what I'm the more so like not elaborate on like the party life in general, but just like how has that been like? I don't know. For me, I could go like.
Go for it.
It can be kind of tough to like avoid that party scene and stuff when like everybody else is going out and doing that and stuff, and I know that like that's not the lifestyle that I'm trying to live. And I know that's not the lifestyle that would be best for me and beneficial, especially with like my relationship with Christ and stuff. So like it's tough, like when everybody else is doing that,
Yeah.
you kind of get that like FOMO, that like fear of missing
Oh.
out,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess. But the biggest thing for me, I mean, so I guess what I was going with that is it can be tough being a Christian on a campus like this and, avoiding that. But I think the thing that has helped me the most has been being in a strong community like with you guys
Yeah.
and people who are in the same boat as me, that like I can hang out with on the weekend and go have tons of fun with them and not be doing stuff that is going to be, not good for me in like
Yeah.
my relationship with in just my faith and stuff, I guess.
No, yeah. To go off of that, it is definitely the fear of missing out. I think it's more of who you hang out around.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I don't see it as that difficult.
Yeah.
Just because I think our friendships of like,
It's not
been
that
really
difficult when
good.
you have like friends around
Yeah.
you, for sure.
It's just who you hang out with. Like, there's gonna be days where you're gonna feel like it's hard, especially in like these giant events that go on, here, like the big fest and stuff, and
Right,
everybody's,
like giant events.
and you
yeah.
see it on social media.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not really on social media that much, but
Yeah.
you just see that kind of stuff, and you're like, man, I kind of want to do that,
Yeah.
but like,
Right.
at the same time, you're like, is it really that fun? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Is that going to be beneficial for me?
I know. And then you go hang out with the boys, and everything's chill.
Right. Everything's chill. Everything's great, And I'm not saying by any means that like those things are all that bad.
No,
they're not
no.
that bad. And like they're not. Like kids are going out, they're drinking a little bit. They're just having fun. And by no means, I have nothing against that.
No.
I have nothing against that. But I know for me personally, that's kind of not like my style. And I just like, being a Christian and stuff, I'm trying my best to, do what I think is like the best for me.
Yeah.
And best for like my relationship with Christ. So I don't have anything against people that go out and do those things. And it's you can go out and not like
Yeah.
drink, and you can have a good time and be with people and have fun. Like I have nothing against that. But I guess pretty much moral of the story is like, it can be it was interesting coming into college, like because not everybody's a Christian,
No, I think also what goes with that is you do everything in moderation, right?
Yeah, I say yeah, for sure.
Because I'm not opposed to you like drinking or anything, because like eventually pretty much everybody will. But
Right.
it's like I'm not opposed to that. It's just for me personally, I don't know. I kind of want to remember my night,
Yeah, yes.
Like if I'm being honest, but. No, I don't think I think it's just like it seems like some like the music on, like have a good time. Like I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to that at all. It's just that I want to remember the night.
Right.
But like go ahead, like you can drink and whatever.
Go
like,
out, have fun.
Like yeah.
Right. Everything we did talk about, me and Jake and Caleb were like, everything's good in moderation.
Yeah.
Everything's good in moderation. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just, it can get a little crazy down here at OU, I guess, but
There's a lot of yelling going on recently too.
yelling.
I think it's just people like on edge about finals. I don't even think it's people drinking sometimes. I think it's people are just like screaming.
Yeah, dude, it's just random. Like at nighttime, I'll just be chilling.
It's
in a
kinda
room
funny,
and
though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, that is funny. Like coming back from the bars or wherever they're at, they're just like, they do be yelling, bro, at like 2 in the
yes.
morning, man, just about like random stuff. I don't. We could talk about this for a second. I got a bike down here,
Yeah.
dude. I chain it up too.
Yeah.
It was unchained.
How?
In the bush in the Trudley bush. It was in the Trudley bush, bro. So I'm walking. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my bike, and it's in the bush. I'm like, what the heck? Because then I'm thinking back in my head, like, did I chain it up? Did I chain it up? I'm like, yes, I chained it up. So I go over to the bike, and the brakes are broke. The brakes are off of it. The chain is off the bike.
Where'd you attach the chain at?
Oh, the lock. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lock. I locked it right in front of the Sargent building. You know where.
No, like where'd you on the bike?
Okay, yeah. I'll get to that. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, the brakes are broke, the chain is off the bike, and the seat, the clamp thing is broke.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh. So I pieced it all back together. It wasn't very, very hard or nothing. Fix the brakes, put the chain back on, get the seat fixed back up, and I go over to the lock, and I put the lock so there is a way they could undo it. So they didn't undo the lock, but they stretched it really far. So you got the tire right here, right? And then you got like a bar that comes to the tire like this. And so I put the lock under the bar. Like the lock is like almost like a chain kind of.
Okay.
And it's like swirly like this, but it can like stretch.
Yeah.
So I put it under this bar and around like the bike rack thing. So there's nothing under the bar though. So like if the chain was big enough, they could stretch it out and pull the tire up through it, which I didn't even think was possible. And like, because this chain like is swirled up, so it doesn't look big at all. But like, if you stretch it like to its max, maybe it would fit around the tire. So apparently, some drunk kids decided they would be a good idea to. Because they messed with the other bikes that were on that rack too. Like there's bikes all over West Green and stuff. Yeah, but they stretched it out of the chain out so far and ripped the tire up and through that it practically broke the lock, the plastic on the edges of the lock because it stretched to its absolute max, and they ripped the tire through, and obviously we're whipping it around for a while. I'm glad the chain fell off because the bike might not have been on West Green still.
I don't know, dude. That's crazy. I saw a bike in a tree.
Yeah, the bike in the tree, bro.
Not just on the branch lobus. It like someone had to physically climbed up there and put it on.
I have no idea how they got that bike in that tree, bro.
That bike was in the tree for a long time,
dude.
Well, because like I think that was like fall semester maybe because
Yeah,
I remember there was leaves and stuff, so you couldn't really see it unless you actually looked.
Bike in the tree.
I don't know whose job it was to get that down.
Up in the tree, bro.
No, it wasn't. I'm telling you, it was probably like 30 feet off the ground.
That picture was so funny. I remember seeing a picture of it. I was like, what? Funny story about that, too, is like, I thought that was my bike for a second because it was like the same exact color. I'm like, what in the world? And I went and checked, and like my bike was still there. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, man, that's funny. I mean, we can wrap up the pod here pretty soon, I guess. We've been talking for about 47 minutes or so.
Oh, yeah.
But any last things you want to touch on, talk about before we, wrap it up here in a little? Any topic ideas that you had coming in?
I mean, all I was talking about was reminiscing about the old times, but we already kind of covered that.
Yeah.
You've talked about your summer plans, right, in previous podcasts, your racing?
Yeah, but I've kind of touched on that for sure.
I'm
excited. You want to get out to the races, right?
I do want to watch. I want to watch at least one.
Yeah, you got to get out at least one time.
We were talking about
we could get a squad out. We could get everybody out there. That would be crazy.
We were potentially thinking about, having our boys here come to my house, hang out.
We have to do that.
And then try to, maybe if Carson has a race or something, we can go out there and watch, because I think that'd be a great time. Give Carson a little more edge to go win.
Yes. Hey, don't give me too much more edge. If my dad's watching this, he knows I don't need any more edge to my driving. I'm crazy enough out on the track. So, but honestly, I have to like tone myself down
a
little bit because I'm very competitive when it comes to. I'm a pretty competitive guy, and then my adrenaline gets going, bro. And I think I'm like invincible. I start doing things that like you shouldn't do, and then sometimes getting wrecks because of it. So hopefully I don't get too much of that extra edge because I might be doing something crazy.
Or if your dad is watching this, I did not say any of that.
Yeah, no, man. I would love if you guys came out, and I would love nothing more than to win when you guys were there too.
That would be crazy, dude.
That would be so much fun if you guys were there and I won. That would be crazy. I am just looking forward to those videos of this summer. That's going to be so much fun to film. And we were talking about it, the POV of like the GoPro inside of the car.
I think
that's
that'll
gonna
be
fire.
really cool to see.
And you kind of gave me a good idea. I never even thought about this, but having a camera that's pointed at myself,
Yeah, yeah.
while I'm driving, that would just be kind of cool to see too.
Yeah, that'd be crazy to watch because I think that a lot of people enjoy that. You talked about your racing community.
Yeah.
Just being able to watch. I mean, not they're watching you, but they're also
Watching
kind of watching
themselves.
themselves. Yeah, which is cool to see. And obviously, they're older, right?
Yeah, a lot of people that I race with are older, right?
Talking about how, I mean, they're not really creating that kind of content, so it'd be cool for them to see that themselves,
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm excited the most about this is that, like, this is something that I've never really, I mean, obviously there's some stuff on YouTube of people racing and documenting it, but I don't feel like I kind of feel like it's an untapped, like, industry on YouTube, just like the storyline of it. Like, people will take a video of their racing and, like,
Yeah.
post it, but nobody, like, makes a story out of it, Like, I want to film, like, the
Yeah,
whole day.
you're vlogging.
You're vlogging
the
it, right.
preparation, the actual race, the after.
Right.
You're
The
doing
post
everything.
post race talk, like that's like even the best stuff. Like the race is good, but like the talking after the race is over and like
'Cause
seeing
you're
our
like-
reactions and
yeah.
our interactions with like my dad and my grandpa and like pit crew guys and stuff
Your
afterwards.
adrenaline settles down.
Yeah, dude, sometimes I get out the car and I'm ticked. I'm ticked. Like somebody did me dirty out there. Or like sometimes I come in, I'm so hyped. Like it's just crazy, man. I'm looking forward to that this summer. We got to get you out.
Yeah. Is this
And-
your last podcast?
This will be my last podcast here. Yeah, which is hopefully I can get podcast equipment for back home
Yeah.
and run some podcasts this summer. I got some people that I definitely gotta have on the pod, but yeah, it's been good. I'm really glad that you like sparked this
yeah, for
in
sure.
me, and like I'm really glad that we got to do one together because I know this was technically like your and my idea right out the gate. So I'm glad that we got to do one together, and this is exactly how I expected it to go.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Just me and you, just hanging and talking. The people don't even know, but like me and you are tight. And like on the way, I drove you back from home. We both went home one weekend and we drove back together. We talked the entire 3-hour ride.
Like, that might have been.
Like, did we even take a second to breathe? Like, we talked the whole way.
The only time we stopped is when you got gas.
Yes, we
Yeah,
got
that was
gas. Like 10 minutes in.
Yeah, and after that, that was the fastest car ride of my life.
Dude, honestly, same. That was nice. It is nice, like, making that drive with someone else. It makes it go so much faster.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Honestly, the drive from here to home isn't too bad.
No, it's not terrible.
It's
Just,
manageable.
well, yours is. I actually like the way that you take better, just because you're
So
kind of
easy.
out.
So easy.
It's just a straight shot, and you're out in the middle of nowhere. Like for me, I've got to go through Columbus,
Right.
which is sometimes traffic,
Right.
and you're kind of just out there.
For me, it's a straight shot. Get on 50 and then, or get on 77 and then take 50. I'm on 77 for 120 something miles.
Yeah,
Which
once you
is-
get out of West Virginia, right?
Right. Very relaxing.
Oh yeah, no.
Very relaxing. So, yeah, I enjoy sometimes taking that ride back. I know on my ride back from college, I'm gonna be by myself, and it's gonna be weird, like leaving college, coming back for the summer.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
for
just
sure.
gonna be vibing in the
Oh, yeah.
truck, listen to my country.
Some country.
I'm just gonna be like all up in my thoughts and
It's
just
gonna
be like,
I think it's gonna be warm too. You can have the windows down for a bit until you
right,
get out there.
right. Maybe I'll just roll highway windows down. Sometimes I get crazy like that. Hopefully, I don't know if it'll be that warm, but yeah, looking forward to just it being warm again, man.
For sure.
But I guess we can wrap this up. The people are probably like getting a little bored. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah, thanks so much for everyone who tuned in to watch this podcast with me and Xander. We definitely got to do this again, especially next year. We're gonna
yeah,
be
for sure.
we're gonna be running these next year, so we got to do these. And Jake and Caleb are gonna be on every once in a while too. So yeah, just thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. I love you guys, and especially if you made it all the way to the end of the podcast, you are a real one. You are a real supporter of the podcast, and I appreciate you guys. But yeah, let me know who you want to have on the podcast this summer. Let me know down in the comments, like special guests, people from Lake and people from, I don't know, just random people. If you want to join the podcast, let me know. Just send me a text or leave your name in the comments or something. Maybe we can get you on the podcast. But yep. Xander, thanks for doing this, brother.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you having me on. This was definitely a blast.
No, I appreciate you, brother, coming on and doing it with me. Appreciate our friendship, man. It's been awesome getting to know you, and it's just crazy that we came to college and here we are. We never talked to each other before in life, and now here we are, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's good. But all right, everybody, we'll see you all on the next podcast. We out.